Astounding space revelations that will leave you in awe. 1. What NASA means. NASA is short for National Aeronautics and Space Administration. It's a part of the United States government and was started in 1958. They learn new things about space every day. 2. The person who spent the most time in space. A cosmonaut named Gennady Padalka has been in space longer than anyone else, 879 days. He worked on different space stations, including Mir and the International Space Station. 3. Mercury has no wind or weather. Mercury doesn't have an atmosphere like Earth, so there's no wind or weather. It has a thin layer of atoms instead. 4. The Milky Way's name in different countries. In China, the Milky Way is called the Silver River. In Japan and Korea, the same name means all galaxies, not just our Milky Way. 5. Red dwarf stars can burn for a very long time. Red dwarf stars are small and cool and can burn for up to 10 trillion years. They have a surface temperature of less than 200 degrees Fahrenheit. 6. Mercury doesn't always face the sun the same way. People used to think one side of Mercury always faced the sun. But in 1965, scientists found out it turns 3 times for every 2 times it goes around the sun. 7. Jupiter's big red spot is getting smaller. Jupiter has a giant storm called the red spot that's shrinking. It used to be 3 times the size of Earth. Scientists aren't sure why it's getting smaller but think it might be because of changes in Jupiter's winds. 8. Jupiter's gravity pulls in many asteroids. Jupiter's strong gravity pulls in many asteroids. It's like a dumping ground for our solar system. Thanks to Jupiter, many harmful asteroids don't hit Earth. 9. 1 day on Mercury equals 58 days on Earth. A day on Mercury lasts a long time because it turns very slowly. 1 day there is the same as 58 Earth days. 10. Regular pens don't work in space. In space, there's no gravity to pull ink into the writing part of a pen, so normal pens don't work. Special pens have been made that can write in space without gravity. 11. Light from the moon to Earth travels quickly. It takes only 1.3 seconds for light to go from the moon to Earth. The moon is 238,855 miles, 384,400 kilometers away from us. 12. 88 star patterns in our sky. In our night sky, we can see 88 different patterns of stars, called constellations. People can see these from anywhere on Earth. 13. Comets have a center and a tail. The middle of a comet is called a nucleus. The dust that trails behind comets makes a tail. 14. Halley's Comet has been tracked since 240 BC. The Chinese started writing about Halley's Comet as early as 240 BC. They kept recording it every time they saw it. 15. Pluto was changed to a dwarf planet in 2006. In 2006, scientists decided to call Pluto a dwarf planet. This is because Pluto doesn't have enough pull in its area in space. 16. There are 5 dwarf planets in our solar system. Ceres, Makemake, Haumea, Eris, and Pluto are the 5 dwarf planets. Ceres is the biggest asteroid too, and it's the only dwarf planet not in the outer part of our solar system. 17. Mars could maybe support life. In 1986, NASA found something in a rock from Mars that might be tiny fossils. It makes Mars the planet most like Earth where life might be possible. 18. Halley's Comet will be back in 2061. Kids can look forward to seeing Halley's Comet again on July 26, 2061. The comet comes near Earth only once every 75 to 76 years. 19. A planet that might be made of diamonds. There is a planet called 55 Cancri that is half as big as Earth but 8 times heavier. It might have a surface made of diamonds. You can even see it without a telescope in the constellation of Cancer. 20. A Toy Story character went to space. Buzz Lightyear from the movie Toy Story really went to outer space. He spent 15 months on the International Space Station and came back on September 11, 2009. To infinity and beyond.